Hey everyone, let's talk about something intriguing today. Have you ever felt a vibe from someone that they're holding back? Like they know something about you but just can't bring themselves to share it? Well, I've got a little insight to share. There's someone out there who's been doing some digging and discovered something about you. And guess what? They're afraid to tell you what they found out. But here's the twist. It's not just any secret. It's about how you smell. Yes, you heard me right. They've picked up on your unique scent, and it's left them a bit shaken. Whether it's your perfume, cologne, or just your natural essence, it's making an impression. Now, why would this person hesitate to share this? Maybe they're worried about how you'll react, or they fear crossing a boundary. It could be that they find it awkward to bring up something so personal. But here's the thing, our scent is a powerful part of our identity. It's tied to memories and emotions, and for some, it can even influence attraction. So what does this mean for you? It means you're leaving a mark, an unforgettable one. Your presence is resonating with someone on a deeper level than you might realize. If you ever find yourself in a situation where someone seems hesitant to open up, remember this. Sometimes the things we fear to say can reveal the most about how we feel. Embrace your uniqueness and don't shy away from discussing what makes you, well, you. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had someone hold back on sharing something like this with you. Until next time, my beloved child, do you hear it? The faint whispers that once echoed behind closed doors have now become a resounding voice reverberating everywhere, that which was once spoken in secret. The stories buried in silence have now reached the moment when they must be brought into the light of justice. Darkness has tried to conceal, to bind the truth in silence. But my light is piercing through every crevice, illuminating every hidden corner it touches, my child. Do you feel it? The truth trembles like a soul long imprisoned. Yearning for freedom, it longs to be spoken, to shine forth, to be acknowledged. Nothing can hold it back. Like waters pressing against the dam, truth stirs, ready to break every chain, and when it is set free, it will sweep through like a mighty flood, washing away every falsehood, every deception that darkness has nurtured since January. This truth has surfaced. Yet those who carry it within them have remained silent. They had the chance to speak to you. They could have shared what they knew. They could have helped you see clearly. But they chose silence not because they did not care, but because fear had bound them. They feared that if they spoke, reality would change forever. They feared that once the truth was voiced, it could never be taken back. They feared the power of truth, the power to destroy, to reshape, to awaken things you may not yet be ready to face. And so they held it tightly within themselves. Like a heavy stone pressing upon their hearts, day after day, the secret did not lessen. Instead, it grew heavier. It clung to them, haunted them in restless sleep, made them look at you differently, with sorrow, with hesitation, with fear. They knew that this truth could change everything. Yet they were unsure if you were ready to confront it. Can you feel it? Can you sense the subtle signs in the way they look at you? In the way they avoid certain conversations, in the moments when they almost speak, only to fall silent? Do you feel that something has shifted, though you cannot yet name it? Listen, observe. Truth cannot be imprisoned forever. It may be suppressed for a time, but no one can silence it eternally. There will come a moment when it will find its way out. And when it does, what has been hidden will not merely be revealed. It will erupt like a breaking dam, sweeping away every barrier. Every lie, every veil of concealment. You do not need to be afraid, for that which belongs to the light will always return to the light, that which is built upon truth, though denied countless times, will ultimately be affirmed. Nothing can change that those who hold secrets in their hearts will find them an unbearable burden. They will reach a point where silence is no longer an option. Words will pour from their lips uncontrollably, like flames igniting from smoldering embers. But when that day comes, remember you have been prepared. You will not be caught off guard. You will not be swept away by confusion or fear. I have placed you here in this moment, so that you may stand firm in the storm. When the truth breaks forth, you will not be shaken. Instead, you will stand as one who has foreseen all that is to come. For I have prepared you, protected you, and led you here, not so that you would falter, but so that you would emerge stronger than ever before. Now I will reveal to you what they have tried to hide, what even they themselves dare not face. You carry within you a radiant spirit, a sacred energy that they cannot comprehend. You are not like them, and it is this very difference that unsettles them, perhaps even frightens them. There is a mark upon you, something invisible, yet so powerful, that it stirs the hearts of those around you. They cannot explain this feeling, but they know that there is something about you that leaves them uneasy. They may not speak of it, they may not acknowledge it, but deep inside they sense the power emanating from you. They see you, but they can no longer look at you the way they once did. There is a truth about you that they do not want to face, do not want to touch, because it forces them to recognize their own smallness. Once they were cheerful, friendly, close. But then one day everything changed. They withdrew in silence, avoided your gaze, hesitated in your presence. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your presence touched something deep within them, something they could not control, something that made them feel unsettled. You carry a light that they dare not approach, not because it is too bright, but because in that light they see the hidden corners of their own souls. They see the fears they have buried, the doubts they have ignored, the limitations they have placed upon themselves. They look at you and realize they can no longer pretend, they can no longer live behind the masks they once wore. Perhaps they once admired you. Perhaps they once found comfort in your presence, but at some point they realized that you were not just an ordinary person. There is something about you that makes them feel small, and instead of embracing that truth, they chose to turn away. Not out of hatred, but because they lack the courage to face the fact that you stand in a place they have never dared to reach. They have seen something in you, something undeniable. They do not speak of it, but their eyes have revealed it all. Perhaps they have come to understand that you do not belong to the limitations they have set for themselves. They have seen freedom in you, strength, something they never dared to believe was real, and that realization terrifies them. They try to avoid you, but they cannot avoid the truth. You do not need to do anything. Your presence alone is enough to stir their hearts. That is why they keep their distance. That is why they no longer look at you the same way. That is why they cannot face you without feeling that something within them is shifting. You are not wrong. You have done nothing wrong. Do not let their distance make you doubt yourself. Do not let their change make you believe you must become someone else. Understand that the light within you has forced them to confront what they do not want to see. And not everyone is ready to face that truth. Truth carries weight when you bear the truth. You are no longer just a person, you become a mirror. And the hardest thing for people is not to see the light, but to see themselves reflected within it. So if they grow distant, if they avoid you, if they quietly walk away, do not grieve. It is not your fault. This is their battle, not yours. They must face themselves. They must choose whether to awaken or to turn away, and in whatever they choose, you must continue walking forward, carrying the light that is within you. Do not shrink yourself just because of their hesitation. Do not dim your light just because someone is not yet ready to see it. You were not born to make everyone comfortable. You were born to carry something greater, something that not everyone is ready to embrace. And as you continue on your path, there will be those who do not fear the light within you. Instead, they will recognize that same light within themselves. Then you will no longer be alone. Then you will see that those who truly belong to your journey will find you the one who carries the secret, is exhausted from trying to suppress what they already know. They have tried to turn away, to convince themselves it was just an illusion, that they could discard it. Like a vague dream, but they were wrong. Truth cannot be silenced. It cannot be buried, no matter how hard they try, no matter how far they run. It is always there, surrounding them, enclosing them in every waking moment and every slumbering breath they have tried to forget. They have tried to live as if they had never seen it. They have told themselves that if they do not speak of it, if they pretend it never happened, then it will disappear. But truth does not work that way. Once it has been seen, it cannot be unseen. Once it has been felt, it cannot be denied. And now it burns like a fire in their soul, consuming every thought, reducing to ashes every justification they have built to excuse their silence. They are torn apart. One part of them wants to keep this secret buried beneath layers of silence, but the other is screaming for release. They cannot find peace because when someone deliberately holds back something that was meant to be brought into the light, they themselves become prisoners of that very secret. And now that only grown larger, stronger, it is no longer something small that they can hide away in the corners of their soul. It has become a roar in their mind, a voice that cannot be silenced. They see you in their dreams. They hear your voice in the quietest moments. Your eyes, your light, your presence. Everything about you is a relentless reminder, a living proof. They cannot deny they have seen something in you that they cannot explain, something beyond their understanding. Yet it stirs something deep within them. And that is what unsettles them. That is what terrifies them. They have tried to avoid you. They have tried not to look directly at you, not to stay near you for too long, because every time you appear, the truth within them rises, demanding to be acknowledged. But the more you appear, the less they can escape. And now it has surrounded them, leaving them no way out. They cannot erase it from their mind. They cannot return to who they once were. They cannot keep living as though they have never seen what they have seen. They may remain silent, but they cannot extinguish the fire within. They may distance themselves from you, but they cannot escape the truth. Fear is imprisoning them. They do not tremble because of the darkness, but because of the light that is about to shine. They know that if they speak, if they let the truth escape from their lips, nothing will remain hidden any longer. Everything that was once kept secret will burst forth like a dam breaking, sweeping away all falsehood, all the illusions that have been carefully constructed over time. And that is what they fear the most. They fear that once the words are spoken, there will be no turning back. They know that the moment a single sentence is uttered, everything will change forever. No more safe havens to retreat, to no more masks to hide behind. No more pretending as if they had never known, never seen, never realized. The truth will no longer be a silent weight buried within them. It will become an undeniable reality. They understand that when the truth is revealed, every illusion will collapse. The walls they built to protect themselves will crumble like dust in a storm. Everything they once trusted, everything they clung to, will no longer be able to stand for once the light shines. Darkness has nowhere left to hide. Once the truth speaks, deception can no longer endure. But I, the Almighty, command the truth to be revealed. I will not allow silence to continue imprisoning what must be brought into the light. I will not permit darkness to hold captive. What I have decreed must be exposed. The time has come for every falsehood to be overthrown, for every veil to be torn apart. No more delay. The time of waiting has ended. The truth has knocked on the door, and that door cannot remain shut forever. There is no escape for those who wish to avoid it. There is no opportunity to turn back, no more concealment. What was hidden in darkness will now be brought into the light. What was covered by lies will now be fully exposed. The secrets that have been buried deep will no longer remain hidden, for I have spoken. And when I decree, no one can stand against it. No more deception. What does not belong to the truth will be erased. False words will be shattered. The walls of lies that men have built to protect themselves will not stand when the wind of truth blows, for truth is not merely spoken, it is a force, a power, and when it comes, it will sweep away all that does not belong to it. My beloved, be ready. What is coming will shake everything. But you do not need to fear, for you have been prepared for this moment. You are not a passive observer in this revelation. You are a part of it. You are not merely a witness. You have been positioned to stand firm to see it all unfold without wavering. Let your heart be steadfast, for when I break the silence, when I unleash the flood of truth, there will be things that fall. There will be those who resist cries of distress, hands grasping desperately at the past. But my child, the truth is never defeated. Defeated, and those who belong to the truth will remain standing, my beloved. The moment will come, the moment when they can no longer hold anything back. They will speak even if their voices tremble, even if their hearts grow heavy with the weight of what is being revealed in that moment. You must not turn away. You cannot allow fear to keep you from facing the truth. For this is not just about them, not just about the secrets they have kept. This is about you. This is about your very essence, about the journey you have been called to walk, about the destiny that was ordained for you before you were even born. Do you understand, my child? It is not by chance that everything has been concealed. It is no coincidence that you have been kept in the dark. Unseen forces have done everything in their power to hide the truth from you. Darkness has woven thick veils, not because the truth is trivial, but because it is too important, too powerful, too dangerous to those who wish to prevent you from realizing who you truly are. A battle has been waged not only in the physical realm, but also in the spiritual one. This battle is unlike any conflict you have ever known. It is a war between light and darkness, between truth and deception, between the destiny I have placed within you and the schemes designed to extinguish it. And you, my beloved, are at the very center of this battle. Haven't you felt it before? My child, there have been moments when you could not understand why doors slammed shut before you, why your dreams were delayed, why you felt as if you were being pulled backward when your soul longed to move forward. That was no coincidence. It was the result of a battle you could not see with your physical eyes, a battle where darkness fought to keep you from awakening, to keep you from seeing the full picture. But now nothing can delay it any longer. Nothing can stop the truth from erupting. The secrets that were once buried will be revealed layer by layer. And as my light shines forth, you will see everything clearly. You will recognize what was once only a vague sensation. You will understand why the trials came upon you, why you had to walk through darkness to find the light, why I have always been with you even in the moments you felt most alone. You cannot turn away. You cannot run, for this is not just about what has been, but about the future. I have ordained for you. What is about to be revealed is not meant to harm you, but to set you free. When the truth is unveiled, you will see that you are no longer bound by lies, no longer trapped in the illusions the enemy constructed. You will stand in my light stronger than ever, because you will know who you are, where you belong, and what you have been called to do. You may feel overwhelmed. You may be tempted to turn back, for the truth can be heavy at times. But remember this, I have placed within you a spirit of strength, unshaken and unafraid. You have been prepared for this moment. The blood of conquerors runs through your veins, and you are not alone. I am here. The forces that sought to keep you in darkness will tremble. As you step into the truth, they know that once you see clearly, you will never be manipulated again. Once you recognize the power that has been given to you, nothing will ever bind you again. That is why the battle in the heavens has been so fierce. That is why you have faced trials that seemed impossible to overcome, because darkness knew that once you realized who you are, once you walk in truth, it would lose its hold on you forever. But now every delay has come to an end. No more concealment, no more deception, no more chains holding you back. The gates of captivity have been shattered. My light has driven out the darkness. You are free. Prepare yourself. Open your heart. Do not fear what is coming. For this is not the end. It is the beginning of a glorious journey I have set before you. You are not merely a witness to this revelation. You are the one who will step into it, live in it, and be transformed by it in ways you have never imagined. Have you ever wondered why you are not like those around you? Why you always feel as if you belong somewhere else? A world unbound by the ordinary things you see. You have sensed it before, but you could never put it into words. And now you know the reason. Because you are truly different. You were not created to blend in with the crowd. You were not born to live a quiet, ordinary life. You were chosen even before you came into this world. You have been marked with a sacred seal, a mark that even when you do not recognize it, the enemy has always known. That is why you have always felt like an outsider, even when surrounded by people. That is why you have often been misunderstood, cast aside, or seen as a stranger among those who should know you best. Not because you are not good enough, not because you are unworthy, but because you do not belong to the ordinary. You carry something within you that this world cannot easily comprehend. You be a light that the darkness cannot endure. And because of that, you have become the target of relentless attacks. From the time you were a child, perhaps you have faced trials that others have never had to endure. You have carried wounds that no one around you could understand. There were moments when you wanted to give up. There were days when you questioned if you had done something wrong to deserve it all. But my child, it was never because you did anything wrong. It was because you carry something too important, too powerful, so much so that the enemy sought to extinguish that light before it could even begin to burn brightly. Do you see it now? Every battle you have faced has not been random. The ridicule, the wounds, the seemingly senseless failures, all of it was part of a plan to make you lose yourself. The enemy saw your potential before you were even old enough to realize it. They knew that if you ever came to understand the truth about yourself, you would become. Understand, not everyone will accept, but you do not need to worry. You do not need to seek validation from people because your calling does not come from them. Remember that when you begin to step into your destiny, you will face increasing opposition. Some people will try to pull you down, not because you are wrong, but because they fear that if you truly walk in your calling, they will no longer be able to hide the emptiness within themselves. Some will seek to discourage you, not because you are incapable, but because they do not want to see you break free. But stand firm. No one can extinguish the light that God has placed within you. No one can alter the destiny that He has ordained for you. They may rise against you, but they cannot stand against the one who has called you. My child, it is time to rise. It is time to cast off doubt, to let go of fear, to release everything that has held you back. There is no more room for excuses, no more time for hesitation. You have been chosen. You have been prepared. Now you must act. The days of being hidden are over. The time of revelation has come, and as you step forward, both heaven and hell will know that one has awakened, one has risen to take the place that God has set apart. One who no longer trembles before the darkness, who is no longer swayed by the lies of the enemy, one who has come to the full realization of who they truly are. They fear you because they cannot comprehend what you carry within you. They are bewildered because what they see in you surpasses the limits of their understanding. You are unlike anyone they have ever encountered, and that difference unsettles them. You cannot blame them for even you. At times struggled to understand yourself. There were moments when you wondered why you could not blend into the crowd. Why there was an unrelenting stirring within you, a call that echoed deep in your soul. And now I tell you, everything you have endured, every trial, every misunderstanding, every battle you have fought, all of it had a purpose. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. I have set you apart for something greater. You did not come into this world by chance. I called you before you even knew it. My hand has been upon you, protecting you in moments when you were unaware of my protection. Do you remember the times when you stood in the midst of storms, thinking you would not make it through? Do you recall the days when you felt alone, misunderstood, as if no one truly saw you? Those were not meaningless days. They were preparation. They were tests that you had to endure to become who you were created to be. You have been appointed for this very moment. Do not let fear creep into your mind and cause you to waver. Fear does not come from me. It is a lie that the enemy has tried to plant within you to make you retreat, to make you believe that you are not strong enough, not worthy enough, not ready. But my child, you are ready. Everything you have gone through has prepared you for this very moment. What you have suffered has not been in vain. The times you fell, the times you questioned whether there was still hope for you. All of it was part of the journey I have laid out for you. Do not let doubt cloud your clarity. Do not let the words of others lead you astray as you step into your destiny. There will be those who stand on the sidelines and criticize those who try to make you question yourself, but you cannot let them define who you are. They are not the one who has called you. They are not the one who has set you apart for this. Those who do not understand will try to dismiss you because they fear what they cannot control, what they cannot explain, but you cannot stop. Simply because they do not understand, the truth has been revealed. You now know who you are. And once you know, you cannot turn away from it. The time has come. The time has come. There is no longer room for hesitation, no space for excuses. You have waited, endured, and remained patient, and now you must step into the position I have prepared for you. You may still feel afraid, you may still believe that you are not strong enough, but remember, this strength is not found in how you feel. It is found in the truth of what I have placed within you. You do not need to feel ready to step forward. You only need to trust that I have prepared you. Look back at all that you have overcome. Remember the times you thought you would fall, yet you remained standing. Recall the moments when you believed the doors were shut tight. But I made a way for you in ways you never expected. I have always been there, and now I am still here. I never call someone without equipping them. I never position someone without giving them the strength to fulfill what has been entrusted to them. You are not alone. This is the moment you must rise. This is the time to walk forward with confidence, without hesitation. Not because you have all the answers, not because you know how everything will unfold, but because you know that I am with you when I call you. No force can stop you when I open. Open as you place your trust in me. You will see me move as you walk into your calling. You will realize that you were never fighting alone. Do you feel it? The atmosphere is shifting. That which has been hidden is being revealed. That which was kept in the shadows is being brought into the light. And you are part of this movement, one who is called to witness, to step into truth, to break the chains that have bound for far too long. What is coming will shake every foundation. The old systems, the decayed structures, the things that seemed unchangeable, all will be stirred. What you once thought was secure may crumble. What you once relied upon may no longer stand, but do not be afraid. Do not let the chaos around you steal the peace within you, for all these things must come to pass. All this shaking is but a sign of a greater unveiling, a rebirth, a renewal. The enemy is trembling. He senses what is coming. He knows his grip is slipping. The walls he built to conceal the truth are being torn down. The lies he planted in your mind, the fears he instilled in your heart, the chains he wrapped around you, all are being shattered. He no longer holds you as he once did, and this terrifies him. He knows that you are changing. He sees that you are no longer deceived by the things that once held you back. He realizes that you are seeing things he never wanted you to see, that you are awakening to the truth that has always belonged to you, that you no longer accept lies, are no longer controlled by fear, and are no longer bound by the past. And that terrifies him more than anything else. My child, do not let anything make you turn back. Do not let any storm cause you to lose focus as you step into the truth. Forces will try to pull you back. There will be those who do not understand you, who do not support you, and even those who will try to stand against you. But you do not need to fear. You do not need to fight in your own strength. For I am with you. I have placed you in this very moment for a reason. Not for you to be afraid, not for you to doubt, but for you to rise up in strength, step into your calling, and take hold of the destiny that has been set before you. Let your mind stay fixed on the truth. Do not let what surrounds you cause you to lose direction. Do not let the winds of confusion shake you. What is coming may be unsettling, but remember this: what comes from me cannot be destroyed. What belongs to me will stand firm, and you belong to me. He knows that. He knows that you are no longer who you were yesterday. He knows that you are no longer easily deceived. You are stepping into a new level, a deeper awareness, a sharper clarity, a wisdom that comes from me, and that frightens him because he knows that when you stand firm in the truth, he can no longer control you. You have lived in the shadows of deception for too long. He has tried to make you believe that you were not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. He has tried to make you forget who you are. He has tried to keep you from your destiny. But now everything has changed. You are no longer bound. You are no longer who you used to be. You are no longer defeated. You are victorious. You are the one who has been called out of darkness and into the light. And as you walk in that strength, you will see everything shift. Doors that were once closed will open. Paths that once seemed impossible will be made clear. Things that you once thought could never happen now will become possible, because as you step into the truth, you are no longer walking alone. You walk in power. You walk in guidance. You walk in my protection. Be ready, for you will witness things you have never seen. You will hear things you have never heard. You will experience revelations beyond anything you have imagined. What is coming will change everything. What you have known will no longer be the same. The world as you have known, it will be turned upside down. But do not be anxious. Do not be afraid, for I have prepared you for this very thing you have been called. Not to be overwhelmed, but to stand firm. Not to be lost, but to lead. Not to fear, but to walk in boldness. The enemy knows his time is running out. He knows his grip is slipping away, and he is doing everything he can to hold you back, to make you doubt, to make you afraid. But remember this: he only has power when you believe his lies. The moment you step into the truth, he has no power over you anymore. Do not look back. Do not let him convince you that you are not strong enough. Do not let him make you afraid of the future, because you do not walk alone, because you are destined for victory. Prepare yourself, open your heart, stand firm, for what is coming will be greater than you have ever imagined. But you do not need to be afraid, because I am here. I have always been here, and I will always be here, guiding you through every trial, through every change, through everything that is about to unfold. Listen carefully, my beloved, and keep